Good evening, Kindred and Kine. Welcome to my dark chronicles during these final nights. This night, and for several after, will be accompanied by a smell most foul, several smells if we're unfortunate. Yet misfortune seems to cling to Dexter Morgan, a forensic investigator obsessed with death, who is embraced by a Samedi in a dilapidated old motel in Santa Monica. He found himself rapidly decomposing into a rotting corpse, his ear falling off, skin and muscle diminishing, exposing bone, leaving the majority of his skin visible while ooze started dripping from his skin and orifices. Then the smell manifested, that odious stench he could smell and taste with his barely functioning organs, that he quickly realized would never go away. Dexter had hardly enough time to start being horrified and excited at his new state of being, before the door was kicked down and a stake thrust in his heart. He awoke in a theater as the stake left his heart, seeing the audience watching him, the unknown speaker preaching codes and laws, while he noticed the tall creature holding a ludicrously large greatsword. Dexter is an intelligent and capable person. He knows that knowledge is power. So he listens to everything with his single remaining ear, etching all the faces that he can to memory, trying to get his bearings. He can tell that he has entered another world, a world of darkness. For this character, I'll be focusing on high sneak and obfuscate, having high hack, moderate finance, haggle, and probably going to max inspection so I can get the body armor, which I'll be able to stack with fortitude, and I'll have a pretty decent amount of persuasion. So without any further ado, let us begin this adventure into the night. So that's how our character looks before we rapidly decompose. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the Zaphod there on the clock is a reference to something. Whoa! Look at that boy, he's handsome. Looks way better than he was as a Kine. He's truly blessed, his kindred. Nice sniper throw.
Good evening. My fellow kindred.
Ooh, yeah, that looks nice.
My
Look at that
apologies for
ribcage.
disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence.
There you go, look at that.
Up to tonight,
That would be nice for a female. I'd definitely have a female zombie if I could.
Member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all.
Make sure that my...
Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds
Just
our
double checking that
society.
my Embrace the Darkness EMB is functioning.
Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
Look at that sword, man. What a large, great sword.
which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place.
You can see Dexter right there looking at everything.
And most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that this is bullshit!
Dexter's paying close attention to all of this. He's making sure to remember that one angry fellow.
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish.
His name is Rodriguez, apparently.
I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights.
Look at that
Let
squint.
no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
So this is just a slight bug with TFN. I'm not sure if it's with my current install or with all installs. We just don't get to see the NPCs leaving the theater. You have to wait a moment before it. There we go.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of
I
us
love
must
the way my character looks while he's looking at him.
adhere to if we wish to survive. When someone, anyone, breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity.
Look at that spine.
But the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercury.
It's gonna fiddle with the ENV.
He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back.
Look at that. He looks. He looks like stone.
Good evening.
Looks like a gargoyle. Enabled. Enabled. Alright. Boils and ghouls, that is the end of the intro, which I will now be cutting the video off and uploading. Let us see how it looks